All right, guys. Now, I just started watching Insecure. Well, I got caught up with it a couple of years ago. I could think my sister kind of put me on it. I really didn't want. No, actually, she told me about it before, but I never watched it. And then one day, a few years ago, I was at work. A couple of people, I was working overnight, and they were watching it on their phone. I was like, "What is the big deal about this show?" So I started watching it. I was like, "Oh my god, this is everything." So we come back. This is the final season, season 4. Okay, we know about Condola's the pregnancy that we didn't know about. Issa and Molly just straight falling out. Tiff is struggling with having the baby, having postpartum depression. So they go do a reunion. They go to Stanford for a 10-year college reunion. Okay, in the beginning we see they're riding on the road. They got a road trip. We got Kelly. She's carpooling to the reunion from L.A. Issa is gliding or going off to San Francisco. I thought she was gonna meet Lawrence. What happened with him in the job? In the beginning we don't know what's going on, right? What happened with her and Molly? So I know seeing them at the party before the reunion party, most of the awkwardness that I saw between Molly and Issa, I just feel like with Issa, it's awkward. Like she has to show the awkward girl. This whole episode is her feeling so awkward now with just her friends, the man that she loves, with herself. That's the way I took it. I mean, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Okay. They rolling around college, remembering, when they was in school. He's acting like, remember people? I'm really bad with that. I could see you, knew you 10 years ago, and hung out with you every day, and baby would not know your name, be in your face saying, "Hey, girl." In my mind, I'm thinking, who is that? Happens to me all the time. Anyway, there was a guy, Derek, whispering what I think it was mystical lyrics in his ear, thinking about back in the day, millennials. It was just so much going on in an episode, and brought back memories for me too, especially with dances and different little stuff that I remember. Kelly. Now, she couldn't get in. She couldn't get her name tag. It was actually crazy. Okay. Hold on. Before we get in there, let's talk about Cheyenne. They run into Cheyenne, and I think about the scenes happening later. Could they have known? I think about. I went back and wondered, like, could they have known who she was, what she was doing? I don't know. Anyway, she comes and she's like, "Oh, hey, hey, it's been a long time," and start singing, just different rap, and everybody just like, "Hey," I'm like, talking about ain't nothing changed. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. So, people were criticizing Kelly, saying she didn't have any depth or anything like that. I think with this season, it may be people saying that they thought she died. They literally thought she died. The people in the college did. So everybody was a memoriam here and there. She was like, they'll say stuff like, "Oh, she's funny. She did a great stanky leg. Always carried a purse." I've been like, what in the world? Is that literally? Are you serious? So it was actually sad. Okay, even though I thought it was really funny when all of a sudden they're standing there in the camera, they're showing memory of Kelly, and she was like, "Do the stanky leg." Come on, stop doing stanky leg. I was like, I can't. I just can't do it. My favorite scene was when Issa was in the mirror talking to her younger self, like, "Girl, hey girl." I'll think to myself, "Ooh, I would love to do that." Okay, especially like maybe 10 years ago. Anyway. I thought it was cute how she was talking to herself and reflecting about everything. So when she was on the panel list talking about entrepreneurship and their journey, each person spoke about how they felt when they knew it was time to quit their job, then when they clicked on them that they did a good job, whatever. And her answers were kind of like, she didn't really have an answer. I think at the time she started reflecting, saying, "Am I doing the right thing?" Everyone up here is on point. They know what they want, what they've done, how they feel, whatever. And I'm feeling like, I don't know. She's struggling with that. I mean, at the age I am now, I thought I would have it all together, and I'm still searching, I feel like. She barely can remember the name of her company. The panel pronounces it at below CC instead of blah. It was just a mess. Okay, I really felt bad. I don't know. It was just like, A mess. Okay, so we got Kelly going to the band for the reunion. Tiff to do her thing with Derek, and Issa and Molly chilling. Because Molly was looking at Issa. She looked kind of down, and she was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and chill with Molly. Even though their relationship is super awkward. It was like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't know what to say. Very awkward. Anyway, so to talk over lunch, talk about a little bit of friendship. All of a sudden, this guy drops a little flower on the table. And Molly was like, are we going to be okay? Issa wonders if she means like, you mean like the world? Do you mean like us? Before anything happened, Kelly hits the group with a text saying we going to an Oakland club that she was throwing out. Issa was throwing out when she was undergrad. So I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so they go to get some liquor. Okay, this is just a normal thing. They are having a good time. Okay, and Issa and Molly are pretty much robbed at gunpoint. The crazy thing is, because Cheyenne was standing with them, all of a sudden, the guy that's standing there, Cheyenne jumps on the other side. I'm like, wait, what? They was like, wait, are you robbing us? She was like, girl, ain't nothing changed. I mean, that's not what she said, but I'm just saying that because they said throughout the whole entire episode. But something has changed. Cheyenne is now a hustler, and she just hustled you. Except for she didn't want Issa's shoes. I mean, we all know why. Cheyenne observes Molly's watch, his Cartier, and almost immediately that she set up this stick up with the help of a friend from the Bay. Baby, he has a mask on, and who accidentally says her name. Cheyenne yells her, ain't nothing changed, riding off. Child. It's funny though, because when Molly and Issa get into the car and tell Kelly and Tiff they were just robbed, and it was like, what? Molly and Issa starts laughing. First of all, they had a bag full of liquor. Girl, I bet that was high as anything. In California too? Oh no. I probably would have got my car and rode behind them and say, baby, I need my stuff back immediately. Anyway, at the brunch the next day, they actually did give Kelly, a proper memorial. She got really emotional. They agreed to let go of some things. Just go ahead and move on. So they get back home to L.A. Kelly is starting to wonder about mortality, and she asked her podcast, what would they do if they had a second chance at life? I guess you can look at it that way because, no, she didn't die. But the way she looked at it as it was in her face because people were talking about her being dead. That kind of, sorry, I didn't got hot. That kind of puts things in perspective for somebody. If that's what their people, and then the things they were saying about her, it's like, dang, if I'm gone, this is what they know me for, a purse, the stanky leg. So Derek and Tiffany with the baby, okay, and then we see, Molly looking at herself and her hair, maybe thinking about cutting her hair off. She at one point in time she chops all her hair off. So then we see Lawrence picking up Ace from the airport. Another awkward moment. The car ride was awkward. Once they get to the place, her place, Lawrence is, should we go upstairs to your place, It was very hard to watch their face and the emotion without saying too many words. I was struggling. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to cry. Not going to do it. You're not going to get me to do it, girl. Okay. So she said, I had some time to think. And, she's kind of, her eyes welled up. It was the emotion for me. It was the no words for me. She had emotion in her eyes. So did he. Because he knew what she meant. Like, you got a baby on the way. I've had some time to think about it. It's like, do I want to be with a man? Yes, I love you and you love me. But you're about to have a baby. I don't think I want to do that. But she didn't say it. It was just like, I had some time to think about this, and then he was like, then there was no talking. She grabbed her bag and she went upstairs. So it's very obvious that they broke up. And this is probably final. And this is probably it. I'm assuming that he probably will be gone. We won't see him anymore. He'll be with his, getting ready to have a baby. I'm not saying this will be the end of it. I really don't think it will be the end of it. I don't know. It's actually really sad. That whole last 5 minutes for me was just, I was literally crying. And you thought they would have said a whole paragraph. They didn't say nothing. So anyway, reunited and it feels so good. This was the very first episode of the final season of Insecure. Until next time, guys.